Hello, welcome to Lord Havoc's Marvel Champions custom content stream extravaganza. I am your host, the host of the most, Lord Havoc, and I'm coming at you with some more Marvel Champions custom content. Probably should have gotten the cough out of the way before I started. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for checking me out. I appreciate it. I cover Marvel Champions custom content, focus solely on that. There is some official content on here as well, but it's usually in this to serve the custom content. There's plenty of other custom content, official content creators out there that you can check out. But I am a part of the custom content community for Marvel Champions, and I like to showcase the stuff that we do. For today, I have AVP, Alien vs. Predator. Now, this is brand spanking new, hot off the presses, by SuperTNT, otherwise known as Rykaran. I featured some of his stuff before in the past. Always makes interesting stuff. Always happy to feature his stuff, and he posted this morning, and I've basically been waiting until I finished work. I finished work 15 minutes ago, and so I've just been waiting for the chance to give this a go. It looks sick. I mean, straight off the bat, I know feedback usually waits till the end, but right off the bat, it looks beautiful. I happen to know I've had quite a few chats with Rykaran in real life, so I know what he does do for a living, and I know it's not graphic design, but he's missed his calling, I think. I mean, I don't know how good he is at his actual job, but his graphic design work is just so pretty. Looks so good. So yeah, we've already got a Xenomorph scenario made by a different creator that I've featured on the show a couple of times now, actually, because I think it's really cool. And he mentioned to me ages ago that he was working on an AVP set, because the Alien vs. Predator crossed over with the Marvel Universe, so he had a whole bunch of art to use and stuff. I was very excited, and here it is. So hey, let's do it. Give it a go. I got Gamora, my favorite hunter lady, and that was purely just because she was still on the board from the last stream that I did. I did a stream the other day with another new custom scenario, Jason Voorhees, and Gamora is who I used for that, so she was just on the board, so I just used it. Alright, so there's a bit of setup. It's a 2-villain scenario. Oh, Kaj is in the chat. Hey, Kaj, AVP, amazing. Why are his creations always that good looking? Exactly, man. Exactly, they're always good. So it's two villains, kind of like Tower Defense. So they've got their own scheme, but their schemes operate a little bit more like Wrecking Crew, so it's kind of a combination of the two, I guess. I don't know. I haven't even looked at the cards, so I don't even really know how the cards work. As per my standard, I don't look at anything. I go in it blind. I just want to see what happens. So Alien Queen. Well, the setup's over here, so let's go through the setup. So we got Alien Queen and Predator Warlord, side A, side B for expert mode. Alien vs. Predator, and one modular set, Apex Standard. So Apex Standard is his sort of revamp of the standard modular. So it's basically standard, but with a few tweaks. So you don't actually put standard in. So I've just used the Apex Standard. I want to play it as intended. I was going to add the modular that goes with the Xenomorph campaign, but I don't want to dilute the experience. I want to see how it's meant to operate as is. Two apex species collide. A predator hunt an alien hive. Earth becomes their battleground. Set up. Put expanded hive and skulls for the taken into play. Place the active counter on Alien Queen. So I've done that. So there's Skulls for the Taking, Predator Warlord, Side Scheme, Permanent while there's no threat here. Should probably have setup on it as well, right? While there is no threat here, this game loses the hazard icon. So it's got a hazard icon there. Force response. After Predator Warlord defeats an ally, place 2 threat here. And you got a similar thing for Expanding Hive. Permanent, while there's no threat here, this game loses the Accelerate icon. So right off the bat, you've got to deal with hazard and accelerate. Like, right on the... And that's perfectly thematic. I mean, you're in the middle of a war between aliens and predators. I mean, shit just got real, you know what I mean? Force response. After alien queen defeats an ally, place 2 threat here. So, same response. I assume there's a reason for that. We'll get to that later. Alien Queen Xenomorph. When Alien Queen schemes, place that threat on her side scheme instead of the main scheme if able. And Warlord has the same deal. And then her ability is while Alien Queen is attacking, she gets +1 attack if you're engaged with a Xenomorph minion. So it's not +1 attack per Xenomorph minion, it's just if you have a Xenomorph minion, she gets +1 attack. When defeated, flip this card. 2-1. Predator Warlord. 1-2. When Predator Warlord schemes, place that threat on his side scheme instead. Blah, blah, blah. When Predator Warlord attacks, the attacks gain overkill. When defeated, flip this card. Now, I've got some commentary about that. I'll get to that in the feedback section. 18 and 16. The deck's here. Shuffle. Let's get this party started. The Ultimate Hunt. Force response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, which is when you put threat here, move the active counter to the villain whose scheme has the most threat. If there is a tie, deal 2 damage to each villain. Place 1 threat on each side scheme. Then, the first player chooses who the active villain is. So a little bit different. You can still game it, like you can Tower Defense and Wrecking Crew, but of course you can if this is the way the scenario is set up. But enough difference in there. 6 is the bad amount, so there it is there. There's actually 4 schemes, but that's because these guys get their own sort of schemes, essentially, right? Essentially, there's a winner. Someone has to win. So once these guys have taken each other out, then they focus on you. So really, this is the start is the chance to build up your board while these sort of concentrate on each other, and then it's you versus them, which is very cool. It's very, very cool. Let's see if it actually works. I don't know if it works, but if it works, it's very cool. So let's get this party started. So let's do thing, get some cards. Okay, this is played Electro by S Factor yesterday. So now I'm only missing your Electro to annihilate. I don't have an Electro scenario. Oh, you mean Breakout? I'm kind of disappointed that I had to use Electro. It was the only thing that made sense. I could have picked one of the other prisoners, but the whole plot is Electro trying to break out the dude. And so I was like, oh, I guess I better use Electro. I mean, because I knew there was already another Electro, like Design Hacker's Electro, and I think there's another one as well from somebody else. And I actually developed mine before S Factor's one, so I wasn't aware of that one. But then he released his while I was still playtesting mine, and now I'm like, well, now I'm like the 4th Electro. I actually feel a bit meh about it. So, you know, it is what it is. Why is it not out yet? Just didn't really get around to it. I guess. Guys, sorry, mate. I'll post it. I'll post it after this. How's that? After this stream, I will post it in the chat for you. And I'll put it onto TTS. How's that? It is on my G drive, but I'll put it into TTS for you. After the stream, I promise. Alright, so what we got? Clear the area, strikes at the price. Keening sync, so that's good. That's an automatic keep. Everything else is dependent on what we get. So I've got to control this, and I've got to manipulate these. So I want to get rid of the hazard and the acceleration ASAP, right? So they've got no threat. they lose their business. She gets +1 if she attacks with a Xenomorph. When he attacks, he gets overkill. So ally, can't ally spam. (18 and 16). So there's nothing on here saying I can't just beat the crap out of them. I'm intrigued. If I played Wolvie Aggression, could I just annihilate them and just be done with it? Nothing happens. Nothing. It doesn't. There's no force response saying that if you beat them. That's interesting. That intrigues me. All right. So I guess I'll keep clear the area so I can put that into 0. I don't need these yet. I don't need this yet. Oh, this is 7 damage, but if you do a thwart event. So there's my thwart event. So I don't need these 3. Let's see if I can get something better than these 3. Okay, Groot for defense is good. Genius to get Groot out. Multitasking. Okay. I'm cool with that. See, multitasking is actually better than clear the area in this case. Yeah. Alright, I'm cool with this. Alright, let's use my ability. It is an attack card. Alright, sweet. I'm going to flip up. I'm going to... Smart thing would be to clobber, but I need Groot out. I need Groot out. So Genius Clobber will pay for Groot. Alright. Actually, Groot might have to wait. Actually, you know what? Groot might wait. Let's do this instead. Clear the area will give me Keen Instincts. Oh, wrong one. Keen Instincts will then pay for multitasking, and I'll say that's a mental. And I'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. Cool. So they lose acceleration and hazard. Takes care of that. And then... So these only get threat if they scheme. So as long as I don't let them scheme, I should be good. And then that was a thwart, so I get to do a point of damage. Let's kill... Let's do a point to the Warlord. And then Genius will Decisive Blow, which is 7 points of damage because I did a thwart event. And then I get to reduce 1 threat, so let's take it off there. And then Gamora will then do 2. If I just kick the crap out of him. So when defeated, flip this card, right? I don't want to see what the flip does. I assume if you defeat him, then it means the aliens win, right? The inner Xenomorphs win, and then they become your enemies. So I can only assume when this flips, it says... The Queen now turns her attention to you. The Queen and the Xenomorphs turn their attention to you, and then go to one of the side schemes, either 3 or 4, and it's there, whichever one belongs to them. So a similar sort of deal to my Breakout, where if Electro finds Sauron, then you go to his side scheme. If you find Sauron, then you go to your side scheme. So it's a similar sort of deal to that. I can only assume that's what would make the most sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick them, get them down as low as possible, and sort of see what they do, and see which one I think is the better option. Do I want to fight the aliens or do I want to fight the predators, or the predator? I'm leaning more towards him, to be honest. She's pretty nasty. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And then I might just save. Yeah. I might just save these. So let's get some cards. Okay. Alright. So one goes on here. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, move the active counter to the villain whose scheme has the most threat. That was originally on Alien. If it's a tie, deal 2 damage to each villain. Go. Place 1 threat on each side scheme. And then the first player chooses. Well, that means I'm now going to get hazard now. Ah, that's so annoying. I managed to avoid the accelerate, but now I'm going to get hazard. That's frustrating. So I choose who the active villain is. I'm going to go with... I'm going to leave it on Queenie. Because she's only attacking for 1. There's no Xenomorphs. Yeah. I'm going to leave it on Queenie. Queenie attacks me. I will take it. Let's see what she does. Swarm Breaker. That's a cool picture. Dark shapes swarm across the battlefield, relentless and numerous. A whirlwind of thunder and steel splits the sky. Their attack falters, if only for a moment. Nice. Nice. I don't know if he got that quote, that text from one of the comics, or he did it himself, but either way, it's cool. 3, and into 1. Oh, it's got victory. Cool. When defeated, deal 2 per person damage to each enemy. Oh, I like that. I like that. Alright, encounter card. So that means I get 2, which sucks. Oh my god. Well, there's that, I guess. Oh, wait, I didn't even resolve her damage. 1, 2, 3. How ridiculous. Alright, and then the next one is Advance. When revealed, the villain schemes. Is that Predator language? Yeah, he's done the Predator language thing again that he did for his Predator hero. That's very cool. That looks so cool. Even though it's Miles, who I hate. That is a cool picture. Why did you reveal the side scheme? Because I'm an idiot. Because I am an idiot. It was a boost card. Thank you, Cash. Thank you, buddy. That saves me another hazard icon. You're right. Alright, the villain schemes. Alright, so she's got a scheme, which means she will actually trigger her thing, right? So, villain schemes. Reveal this card, so I'll deal with that in a second. So she schemes for 2. It goes on there. Alright. Attached to your identity. Thermal target. That's a cool picture. I like that. Normally you wouldn't keep, but it's obviously 2 different comic panels. Normally you wouldn't do that, but it works perfectly for this. That's great. If anything, I would move it across a little bit. Attached to your identity. Take 2 damage or place 2/3 on skulls for the taking. Discard this card as a hero action. Amplify. Wait. Boost happens first, right? This would happen first, which means Amplify would be in play, which means this then gets an extra 1, right? I'm sure that's how it works. I'm sure there'd be a thing there. Alright, my turn. I got hammered. Absolutely hammered that turn. I'm going to do my ability. Boom. Get to keep it. Alright. Okay, I'm going to flip up. What does it say? Take 2 damage or place 2/3 on skulls for the taking. 2/3 on skulls for the taking. What have I got in terms of threat removal? Not a lot. I'll take 2 damage. Boom. Get rid of that bad boy. Okay. First card played this turn. I can't afford multi-talented. So 1, 2. We'll clobber for 3. Alright, now I'm going to leave him on it is. So that's an attack, so I get to thwart for one. Actually, let's leave her. Let's take one off of there. Okay, alright, then Groot and Clobber will give me Wiccan, and he will thwart for one and do nothing. God damn it, Wiccan! Seriously, bro. What an asshole. And then that's pretty much it. I should have stayed down. Then I couldn't have clobbered and stuff. I'll keep Decisive Blow. Get some more cards. See, that's always scary. When you play for the first time, this is always scary because I assume there's other side schemes. We already know that there's one, which is a shame because that would have been the one I would have grabbed. That was pretty cool. So it has a possibility of whiffing, or all the side schemes are all horrible and you don't want to grab any of them, but you're stuck because now you have to. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. One goes on here, so we trigger, move the active item to the villain with the most, so it stays on Alien Queen, so she's the one that activates. She activates on me. She doesn't have... Oh, I'm going to defend. Oh, Jesus Christ. So 1, 2, 3. So she hits me for 1. Oh, wow. I was meant to do the boost effect first. Give the villain 1 additional boost card. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Gamora, you're meant to be the most dangerous woman in the galaxy. How is this happening? Why is the Queen kicking the crap out of you? Face hugger attached to your identity. Oh, that looks creepy as hell. I love it. Look at that. That looks sick. Look at that border break. The border break even has a shadow. That is how it's done. That is amazing. Condition. Attached to your identity. After your turn ends, take 1 damage and place 1 threat on Expanding Hive if able. Alter Ego action. Find a Xenomorph minion and put it into play. Engage with you. Discard this card. Well, at least it doesn't kill you. That's pretty handy. After your turn ends, take 1 damage, place 1 threat. Oh! Oh my God, I've died! I've just died! No, I'm still alive. I'm still alive, because that's the end of the villain turn. Alright, so it's now still my turn. It's now my turn. My turn hasn't ended yet. I need to get rid of this before it kills me. Oh, jeez. All right. Okay, well, I can't afford Rocket. Oh, wait. I'll keep Rocket for a second. I'm going to clear the area using this bad boy. 1, 2. Get a card. Okay, all right. That's handy. That's pretty good. That was a thwart, so I do a point of damage. So, Queen. And then... Let's one way or another. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Alright. Here's the chance. Let's see what happens in the side schemes. Oh my God, there's none. There's no side schemes. Why? Why, Ryan? Rykeran, I'm sorry. Why? Why? Come on, bro. Come on. That's outrageous. I blame you. I blame you. There is one here. So we got here. Alien also says 1, 2. There's 2 in the entire set, dude. Come on. Alright, well that whiffs. That was a waste. I'm going to trigger this. Oh no, I can't, because then I can't kill it. This is so bad. Alright, let's do this. Let's rock it. Yeah. Rocket. Yeah. I've never understood what they say. What the next line? What's the next line from Rocket? Yeah, I'm gonna make that with you. I have no idea. I've never known. Anyway, endurance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I might as well do this. Otherwise, it's just a waste, right? So I'll decisive blow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I played a thwart. And so that is an attack, so I get to do a thwart. And then Wiccan. Come on, bro. Do something. Oh, I asked for something and I got something. And then I'm flipping down. And I'm triggering this. Find a Xenomorph minion. Oh, you know, I should have waited for Wiccan. Oh, man. Find a Xenomorph minion and put into play engage with you. Discard this card. Okay. That's why I didn't shuffle before, because I knew I was going to trigger this. So, if I wasn't cheating, I knew I was going to trigger this. So let's find a Xenomorph. I will say this. All the cards are named. See, people? When you put stuff on TTS, not just the cards. He hasn't just done the cards. I mean, my bare minimum is that you name the cards that you search for. But he's named every single one of them. Very good. Very good. Alright, no, so yeah, alright, so we got Alien Praetorian is an option. Xenomorph Drone. Warrior. Okay, so here's more options. Pretty safe to say I'm not going to go Praetorian, right? 2/2 Elite. Oh, look at that. Look at that border break. That's amazing. This would be one of those rare occasions where you could possibly have the Elite on this side and the Xenomorph on this side, so that it flows better. But of course, people would then complain that they're not in, alphabetical order, which is a fair complaint because they're meant to be in alphabetical order. But still, you could possibly get away with it. Artistic license. Villainous. After the villain phase begins, I Praetorian engages the first player. Well, look at him. Look at him. No, that's a no. Xenomorph Drone. Wait, Xenomorph Warrior. He hasn't got it unique. Is there more than one? Is there more than one? There wasn't more than one in here. Was it? There's Drone. There's no more warriors. Is there meant to be another warrior? Maybe they show up in a module or something? Anyway, Drone, Guard, Insight 1, 2 instead if Alien Queen is the active villain. Oh, I like that. That's a cool twist. So 2 Insight. I could survive that. When defeated, place 1 threat on expanded hive. You cannot shuffle. If you cannot, shuffle Xenomorph Warrior into the encounter deck. Okay. Warrior. Oh, look at this awesome picture. Oh, that is just so sick. Xenomorph. Quick Strike. Well, I don't want that. Oh, I'm in alter ego. Ah, maybe he's the go. When defeated, discard the top card of the encounter deck and deal damage to a 1 gem for each boost icon on that card. I like that. Oh, he might be the go. He might be the go. Easier to handle than... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go Warrior. Because Quick Strike fluffs. I don't want the Insight. Yeah. And he actually does something nice for me when he dies. Alright, so I got rid of this bad boy, so sucked in. By Face Hugger. I survived. Already. Oh, I got, what do I got? Face Hugger is amazing. Sure is. Action. Heyo! Satellite of Love. Is that what it says? Rocket. Yeah. Satellite of love. Is that true? That's awful. Kaz says, is the Xenomorph put into play or revealed? Put into play or revealed? That's a good point. Find a Xenomorph unit and put it into play with Gage with you. So what should... So it wouldn't do any when revealed effects, but it would still do insight. Put into play, you'd still do insight. You still do quick strike. You do all the stuff above the bold line, but you don't do the bold stuff. No insight from put into play. Really? Really? No insight, yes, quick strike. Oh, I'm looking that up. Sorry, Kaj. I love you dearly, but I just don't think that's true. Oh, you are right, as always. Of course. I apologise. I shouldn't have doubted you. Quick strike triggers off the minion entering play. Insight and surge only when the card is revealed. Well, there you go. I should never have doubted you, Cash. If that's the case, then perhaps I should, in fact, get the drone. What does the drone do again? I'm positive there's meant to be another warrior. Otherwise, why is he not unique? So he would guard, but he wouldn't insight. I wonder if Ryko Ran realizes that, because I think the intent is that it should insight. Yeah, I'm going to grab the good drone instead then. If there's no insight, there's no point. Okay, reset, get some cards. Okay. Alright, one goes on here. We get... The Alien Queen is the active villain still, because she has the most threat still. 1-0. So there's actually an acceleration then, because she has 1/3 on here. And then she schemes. Oh, man. I've got to stop doing that sideways business, because I'm just going to write it up anyway. Boost. After this activation ends, move the active gun to the next villain, if able. Okay, right. So she schemes for 2. And then the counter activation ends, goes across. And then Xenomorph drone. Does it trigger something when it goes across? Yeah, possibly consider that. When the counter moves, something happens. Yeah. Anyway, and then the drone schemes for 0. Getting counter card. Actual reaction. I think the Predator set has a Xenomorph warrior minion in it. It certainly does. Yeah, he's got the ability to go search for one. So maybe it's allowed both to be out at once. Yeah, you're probably right, dude. You're probably right. He's retroactively made it compatible with using the Predator. Yeah, I think you're right, dude. It wouldn't hurt to have another one in here, to be fair. The deck is very lean, which is fine. I mean, gets acceleration and all that sort of business. But it's meant to be a hive of Xenomorphs, right? I mean, yeah. Oh, here we go. Piercing pharynx. So it's called a pharynx, not a larynx. That is great. Another brilliant... Just look at it. Just look at it. FFG should be going to SuperTNT and saying, hey, bud, can you teach us how to do these things? Because we released a card called Herc's Helm, which has got one of the stupidest pictures I've ever seen as the artwork for it. Please teach us how to actually do it. It's unbelievable. Condition, Xenomorph. Attached to Alien Queen. Okie-dokie. And give her a tough status card. Okie-dokie. Right over her face. Show her the disrespect. Otherwise, this card gets searched. Cool. Alien Queen gauge retaliate at 1. Well, that sucks. If Predator... Hero action. If Predator Warlord is in play, and he is, spend energy, mental resources, discard this card. That's interesting. So it gets a hero action, but only if he's still around. Now I'm actually... I considered what I was doing was wrong. Keeping him around. I was thinking maybe I should have just killed him off when I had the chance and just triggered the next sequence. But I'm glad that I didn't now. Let's see how it goes. Alright. And +1 attack. So she gets tough, +1 attack, and retaliate from one card. It's ridiculous. Let's do it. Let's use my ability. It is not an attack or thwart card. I heal. 1, 2, 3. I flip. No, before I flip. No. Before I flip, I'm not going to one way or another again because it's just another wasted card. I'm going to put Conditioning Room in. I'm going to trigger that. Look at the bottom. Attack or thwarts. Precision Strike. Put it into my hand. And then heal 1. And then flip. Thank you, Conditioning Room. You're not a very good card, but you served me well then. Which means I now can't do the whole clobber trick, but that's fine. It is what it is. Now, do I bother rafting? Is it worth it? Do I bother getting the raft? There's some pretty nasty predators in there. Or do I just miles and just start kicking the crap out of them? Alright. Let's Wiccan first. Wiccan first. Let's do 1 off of there. Yeah, let's Wiccan 1 off of there. 2. Alright, he's finally done something decent. Let's do 2 to this guy. Wiccan dies. That was a Wiccan card. Alright, so he's dead. Now, what have I got left? Actually, let's do 1 off of there. Keep that at 3. So then I can clobber. I'm not going to bother rafting. Let's just see how we go. Oh, wait. I don't even need to do that. Because I've got this. Clobber and that to 4 justice. Clear that off. That's a thwart event, so I get to do a point of damage. Kill you. So he's dead. Now when he dies, when defeated, place 1 threat on Expanding Hive. Oink. If you cannot, shuffle him into the encounter deck. No, so that's there, that's gone. Alright, so there's 1 more back on the Expanding Hive. So I will get an acceleration token. Oh, I should have had an acceleration. Oh no, no, it was on 0. So what more can I do? I now can't afford to miles. Can't afford to miles. Does that really matter? I wanted... I'm gonna raft. Let's go. I got weak. I got weak. I rafted. Alright. Although, no. Actually, shouldn't I have... Actually... Wait. What does this say? Do 2 damage to each one. Deal 2 damage to each villain. And it's forced. So it would trigger his death. Which I don't want. I don't want that. So I'm going to raft. Ready. Kaz says, you are smart boy, Havoc. Thank you. Just slay them. Raft is for losers. Gotta go. Slay them, Havoc. See you, buddy. Have a good day. Alright, this is the first time I've been able to walk since Sunday night. Dude, I hope you're alright. Able to walk. I hope you're doing alright. God. So, shower time. You're now background noise. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Look after yourself, Jacqueline. Get some cards. Parent all of us. Crappy sword. 4 momentum. So, a couple of thwarting. Okay. Alright. So, 1, 2, because the acceleration is now active. She goes back to being the active villain. Just saying, because she's now doing 2. She's now attacking for 2. So I don't have any cross counters. So I guess I'll defend. So 4 minus the 2 for the defense. There's no Xenomorph, so she doesn't get any of that. +1. Okay, that's all good. Do an encounter card. Assault! When revealed, hero, the villain attacks you. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, because she could actually kill me. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brutal. I'm hanging on by the skin of my teeth here. It's crazy. I wish I had piercing. Why have I not got any piercing? Why does this not give you piercing? God, I hate this sword so much. If I clobber, all it's going to do is just take the tough off, which I guess is better than nothing, right? Trying to be strategic here. Do I actually care with the chick? Oh, let's get rid of her, Let's get rid of her thing. Power in all of us, and what is it? It's an energy and a mental, right? Energy and a mental. So energy, mental. Right? Boom. Now I don't care if she's now the one in charge. Okay. Let's use this and this to trigger this. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. That's a thwart event, so I do a point of damage. That gets rid of her tough. And then I'm flipping down. Okay. Let's use this. Goes into my hand. Get a point of health. Ready. It's now the end of my turn. I will get rid of this. Draw some cards. Okay. Finally get a cross counter, but it's of no real use to me because I'm in AE, but anyway. Alright, villain 1. She's still the active villain because she's got 1. Oh, I get another one from that. So acceleration. She activates, she schemes. 1, 2, 3. Counter card. Oh, here we go. Yautja? How do you pronounce their names? The Predator's race. Yautja? Anyway, Predator Youngblood. Patrol. Insight 1. 2 instead of Predator Warlord is the active villain. He is not, so we get Insight 1. When defeated, place 1 threat on ultimate hunt. If you cannot shuffle into the... Okay, so he's the version of the drone. 1, 1, 4. Although it gets 1 more than the Xenomorphs. That's interesting. Alright. Use my ability. It is not an attack or thwart event. I'm ready. I heal. 1, 2, 3. A conditioning room. Deal 1, heal 1 point of damage. I flip. Okay. Let's do some stuff. What do we got? What do we got? 7. We got a 4. We got a patrol, which means I can't thwart this, which is not great. Doesn't stop me from doing. Doesn't stop me from doing my ability, right? Patrol doesn't stop Gamora, does it? Patrol doesn't stop Gamora's ability, does it? Let's have a look. Yeah, I didn't think so. That would be silly. Alright, so let's acrobatic move to do 2. And then let's do... Oh, and that's a attack, so I remove 1 threat. No. Let's move it from here. And then let's... Precision strike. Using set the pace. To do 2 more to him. Takes him out. I heal 2. And then when defeated, place 1 threat on ultimate hunt. Okay. Done. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, alright. And then that is... Oh, I can't do the attack. I can't do finesse again because I've already done it. Then I will power in all of us and keen instincts to trigger multi-talented. So deal 2 damage to an enemy. Then remove 2 threat from a scheme. And heal 2 damage. Okay. Now that was an attack and a thwart. So I can't do thwart's finesse, but I can do the attack finesse, which will be this one. Keep that down as low as possible. Oh, I should have put him into the raft. which means I could have done that. Yep. Cool. Alright, so I can't afford to clobber. I don't need to flip down again. She's on 5. I'm just going to string her along as much as possible. Gamora. That opening, the very first round was brutal, but now I'm feeling alright. I don't want to jinx it like I usually do and say that I'm kicking ass. I don't want to do that because just every time it jinxes me and I just get annihilated. So, but I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling confident. Let's just say that. I'm going to keep clobber. I'm going to ready and get some cards. I mean, I know one's Nebula, Ironheart, and another cross counter. So I didn't really need another cross counter, but that's alright. Okay, alright. So 1, 2 on here because the acceleration's in. Okay, and I also got to deal with this bad boy. Wait, why didn't I take? When I took 1 off before, when I took the 1 off, I should have taken it off here. Why did I do that? That was dumb. Does that mean she's really on 3? Because I would have taken 1 off from finesse. Oh, because I took it off here. That's right. All right. Yeah. I don't want this hazard to trigger. Hate hazard. All right. So 1, 2 on there because the acceleration's order. She's still the active villain. She is attacking. I've got cross counter, so I'm going to cross counter when it happens. So she does 3. I'm going to cross counter 2 cross counter. So I reduce it by 3. I deal 1 damage to an enemy. I remove 1 threat. And I then trigger finesse. Remove 1 threat. Do 1 damage to an enemy. Love it. Encounter card. Oh, the face hugger. Wow. Alright, my turn. Can I get rid of the face hugger? Oh, man. Should I just go for it? I should just take him out now. I've embarrassed him enough, to be honest. Now I'm just getting... Now it's getting a bit out of control. I'm going to Nebula. I always Nebula when I get a chance to Nebula because it feels weird if I don't. I mean, she's had a hard life, young Nebula. I'm going to set the pace as the card that she gives me. It's not the greatest card in the world, but it's free, so I get to play it. So I'll play set the pace. Take 1 off here. And then she'll take off 2. And then should I just trigger... Oh, set the pace is a thwart. So therefore I do a point of damage. I've kept him alive all this time. If I kill her and trigger his stuff, that seems like... It seems unfair. It seems uncouth. I'm just going to take this bit off. And I'll just let fate decide. What happens when it triggers the 2 damage to each villain? Who flips? Which one flips? I haven't triggered any of their abilities. I've kept her the active villain the entire time. Just want to make sure I did that right. Yeah, resolving step 1, counter to the active villain. Yeah, it's always been her. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. So Yeah, I guess there's my question. If I leave them both at 0 and flip down, which we all know I'm about to do, what happens? I guess I get to decide. It's got a decision mechanic on here, right? The first player chooses who the active villain is. So I guess it's fair that I just choose. Oh, I mean, I don't actually know. Maybe it doesn't matter. Let's find out. Let's not worry about it. All right, I'm going to alter ego, get rid of the xenomorph, and find a minion. So I'll go grab the drone. Alright, grab the drone. And then I'll end my turn. Right? I don't need to do conditioning room. Well, it doesn't hurt. Conditioning room. Bottommost thwart card. Heal 1 from Gamora. And then I'll finish my turn by discarding the thwart card. And... yeah. Why not? Get a new hand. I throw it out. I mean, I deck out, sorry. Deck out. Get another card. So I get an encounter card because of that. Cool. Alright. It's now the villain turn. Let's see what happens. Hard to resolve in step 1. Boom. There's no accelerate or hazard. Move the active counter to the villain whose scheme is the most threat. If there is a tie, and it is, deal 2 damage to each one. 1, 2. 1, 2. Place rank threat onto each side scheme. Then the first player chooses who the active villain is. But there is no active villain, because I just killed them. When defeated, flip this card. When defeated, flip this card. Alien Queen. Wow, that's brutal. Love that. Spear through the gut. Defeated. When revealed, heal 4 damage from Predator Warlord and give him a tough status card. Advance to stage 3A. Heal 4 damage, or 4 per person damage from Alien Queen and give her a tough status card. Advance to stage 4A. Remove each permanent side scheme and this card from the game. Yeah, it's the same. So there's the question. What happens... Wait, is he online? Let's ask. If he's online, I'll just ask him. I guess I choose. That'll be my guess. That I just choose. Let's see if I'm right. Hey mate, what happens if the mechanic on the main scheme deal 2 damage to each villain triggers and defeats both villains at the same time? Okay, let's give him a couple of seconds to see if he's online to have a look at it, and then I'm absolutely positive that I'll just choose what I want, and if that's the case, I'm going to choose the Queen. So what have I got in my hand? Keen Instincts, great. There's my other Keen Instincts, which is cool. Under surveillance, I don't desperately need it, but it's not bad. It's not. It won't hurt. Actually, it depends on how much thread's on the next one when I go to 3 or 4. So yeah, that might actually be brilliant. So actually, you know what? That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna do that. I say the word actually a lot. I've just noticed. Multitasking. I don't think I really need that. Don't really need that. Yeah. So I could technically use both of these for multitasking. Yeah, I think we're good. I'll get a free card from Gamora's ability, maybe. Okay, doesn't look like he's on. No, he's offline. All right. I'm just gonna pick. I'm just gonna pick. So I'm gonna say that the Queen died first. I did her damage first anyway. So no, I'm gonna say the Predator died first and keep the Queen alive. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So heal 4 damage from Predator. No, so I'm gonna do this one. Heal 4 damage from Alien Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give her a tough status card. Okay. And then advance to stage 4A. Blink. So I didn't even go to 2. What actually happens in 2? Oh, look at that. When revealed, remove the active villain counter from the game. Both villains activate during step 2 of the villain phase. Both villains activate. It needs an insert. This whole scenario needs an insert. Because which one activates first? Because that would be important. The assumption would be that it would be the one that has the most threat. But it needs to say that. Okay. But anyway, glad I didn't get to that. So which one? And again, look at that sick art. Sick art. 4A. Okay. Queen's Dominion. Alright. Did that. Remove each permanent size scheme and this card from the game. Okay. Removed. So it doesn't matter what's on here now. Alright, let's go look at this. Queen's Dominion. With the hunter slain, creatures emerge from the shadows infested in the shattered city. The heroes fight desperately to contain the spreading hive. Oh, I should read that again. The heroes fight desperately to contain the spreading hive. If the queen is not stopped soon, Earth itself may become part of her alien brood. When revealed, discard cards from the top of your encounter deck until a Xenomorph attachment is discarded. Reveal that card. Okay. That's a weapon. So an attachment. It's a minion. So a shadow of predation. Cool. Predator minion. Oh. Okay. Well, that didn't happen. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until there's no attachment to the card. Reveal that card. Well, that fluffed. 8 is the bad number. Queen's Dominion. Look at that sick picture. Cap fighting the aliens. Come on, buddy. You can do it. You're Cap. We're revealed. Each player finds a Xenomorph minion and puts into play. Engage with them. Oh, I've got the acceleration token. So I go find one. Find and puts it into play. Alright, well, I'll go find the other drone. Search. Drone. It doesn't trigger, as Kaj helpfully pointed out, it doesn't trigger insight. Oh wait, yeah, I didn't hit the trying to attack the alien queen before. It was the main scheme that did it, so that's fine. If this stage is completed, players lose the game. Hazard icon, boo! Starts on 1. 8. She has a tough. She has 4 hit points. Only 4? I've got 2 drones with guard though, so I've got to get rid of those bad boys. Nothing else happens. Cool. Also get rid of these. Okay. Alright, well I've got an encounter card already. I get another one from the end of the round, and I get another one because of hazards. So I got 3 encounter cards to deal with. Oh wait, what did these guys do? Wait, what have I done? It's still... What have I done wrong here? That triggered, killed him. We put his stuff into play, her stuff. She hasn't actually activated. Yeah. Wait. What's going on here? No. We get that guy. I got that because of the deck out. She hasn't actually done anything. So she schemes. 2, 3, 4. Okay. They don't scheme for anything. Then I get encounter cards. 1, 2. Okay. Cool. Alright. Let's do this. Ooh! How thematic though. That worked out quite well. Advance. The villain schemes. What? She can actually win. Just stop it. If she... This is a... No. No. Holy shit. Oh my god, she just won. Holy crap. I can't believe it. That is so frustrating. I was absolutely dominating. What a shitty way to lose. That is so shitty. That's really pissed me off. That has really annoyed me. I mean, what can you do? I was in alter ego. It's not... I mean, I can't blame the scenario. I mean, I guess something could be said for 8 per person on what is meant to be the big final battle, but that is balanced out by the fact that she's only got 4 hit points. And she only heals 4. It's not like you don't have a fighting chance. That's because I was in AE. It's as simple as that. And advance. I mean, this is what screwed me. If it'd been anything else, we would have been okay. It still sucks though. That is just so bad. Anyway, that's very much soured my mood, but it is feedback time. So, as per the new format, if you do not wish to hear feedback, please end now. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for watching me lose in such a shitty way. But, hey, thanks for watching, regardless. If you would like to hear the feedback, then please do so. There was smatterings of feedback throughout the actual episode, but anyway, we'll go through it. Let's put these cards out. I'll do the set thing differently. The Apex standard. That'll be a different thing on its own, I think. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. So there's 2 there. There's 2 of those. Alien assault. Overwhelming force. Oh, alien onslaught. Alien assault. Okay. Seek and destroy. Assault. It's one of the apex ones. Predator elite. Trophy taken. I like that. There's a whole bunch of cards I didn't even get to see. Youngblood. Swarm breaker. Okay. Alright. First things first. It is unbelievably gorgeous. Even, I mean, it's just got like a dull brown color code. Like, its color scheme is brown, right? And we're possibly the dullest color ever. And it still looks amazing. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Ryko Ren's sense of design and style is just, it's just off the charts. All the artwork looks great. It's just, the border breaks are awesome. I mean, that's a pretty standard one, I guess, but that looks cool. The face hugger looks amazing. Hold on 1 second. God. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just, ugh, amazing. All right. Let's get the Apex standard thing out of the way. I like the idea of creating like a brand new standard set instead of just reskinning standard, right? When I first looked at it, I was like, oh, there's the reskin of standard, right? But it is slightly different. So Shadows of the Past is still there. Doesn't make a lot of sense for a Shadow of the Past card with Predator artwork on it because he's never fought them before, so I'm not too sure what that's about. But it's got to be there, I guess. So assault, 1 assault, 2 advances still with 2 different pictures, which is great. And then these are the sort of revamped versions. Mob mentality. Let me just look at that. It's amazing. When revealed, I'll show you. Discard the top 7 cards in the encounter deck, but the first minion discard that's going to play with you. The villain in each minion engaged with you attacks you, this card gains surge. So that's more like a standard 2 sort of level of difficulty. And then lethal ambush. When revealed, the villain attacks player with the most remaining hit points, even if the player is in alter ego form. Ooh, jeez. Do you not give it a boost card for that attack? That's brutal. If this activation is an attack, this card gets +2 boost icons for this attack, and this attack gains overkill. Yeah. So it's kind of a mixture of standard and standard 2 type difficulty. Takes out one of the assaults, but leaves the 2 advances. I like it. I actually don't mind it. It's a niche method of, if you don't want to use just basic standards, but you don't want to go all the way. I mean, obviously you don't want to use standard 2 because it's terrible. Or they're, or standard 3. So it's a sort of a nice little compromise between the two. It's good. I like it. The set itself. Right, let's go through it. Face hugger, amazing. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's not, at first glance, it's like, take 1 damage, place a threat. Yeah, what are you going to do? But it's just the imminent, it's just countdown of just, there's something inside you and it's going to pop at some point sort of stuff. I like that it doesn't go so brutal that it just kills you when the face hugger comes out, when the chest burster comes out sort of stuff. It's just the imminent countdown of the face huggers stuck on your face type stuff. That I really like it. I think it's really cool. Stormbreaker. I put this into play by accident. Thankfully, Kaj pointed out that my mistake. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Swarmbreaker, sorry. Alien Assault, didn't get to see this in play, but another awesome picture. San-Chi just kicking some ass. Force Attack, when a minion's defeated, shuffling in the counter deck. Each player may draw one card, shuffle each minion in the counter deck, pile onto this counter deck. Sweet. Not too sure why. I mean, they're both beneficial. The scenario, and this is going to sound ridiculous, considering the fact that I just lost. But the scenario is not that hard that it warrants having beneficial cards. I made a similar sort of thing. I wouldn't say mistake, but I made a similar sort of a decision in Breakout because I thought Breakout was too hard. So I put in some, helpful cards, and then it was too easy. I mean, the balance of it is it's just hard to do with scenarios. So I didn't get a sense from, and granted, it was only one play. I didn't get a sense that it needed to have helpful cards in it. I personally would not have these cards because they give a glimmer of hope, and there really shouldn't be any hope. There should be, oh my god, we're stuck in the middle of a war between two races that could potentially kill us. And then once one of them wins, they're going to turn their attention to us, which is what happens. Love that theme, by the way. That is amazing. And then what are we supposed to do? We're stuffed. And a bit of a spoiler alert for you, if you read the comics, Marvel versus the Aliens, we lose. So Sinister does his usual Sinister shenanigans, and Earth gets annihilated and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah. I personally wouldn't have those in there, but they're still both fine cards for what they do. Well-designed cards. The Predator Warriors, let's put them separate. Those guys. So there's all the Predator related cards. Let's put all those so that Seek and Destroy. The Blades. Bloodied Predator. Love it. So there's the aliens over here. Yeah. Didn't really get to see much of these guys. I got Youngblood out, but he's essentially just the drone version. So they do sort of have sort of correspondence to the Xenomorphs, right? They've got their weapons, of course, because of course that's what you're going to do. If you can't attach it to the water, attach it to a minion. Gains piercing, sweet. Plus 2 attacks, pretty full on. But anyway, Plasma Caster, attach to the Predator Warlord. Full plasma when he attacks, remove plasma counter. It's got a top taking damage with the cast pretty cost. Great. Just very standard sort of stuff. Yeah, so he's equal to the Praetorian. He's a little different. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Discard a deck and deal damage with anything equals that. See, again, it's the back and throw between the aliens versus the Predators. Like they come out, they attack you, but when defeated, they do stuff to the Xenomorph as well. There's a Xenomorph that does a similar sort of thing, right? So he's equivalent to the warrior guy, right? I like it. It's trying to balance this would be a nightmare, but it seems to work well. Like it, he did some stuff. Bloody Predator, I didn't see him, but that's an awesome picture. That just looks sick. When revealed, stun your identity. Noticeably, there's more Predators than there is aliens. Wonder why that is. 2, 3, 4. And I guess the face huggers count, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sort of. 4.5, we'll say. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, there's only 4 Predators. What am I talking about? 4, that's equal. What am I talking about? Ignore me. I'm an idiot. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would strongly suggest getting rid of these helpful cards and putting more Predators, more aliens in there. I mean, it's meant to be a swarm. That's what I would do. I would add more aliens and have them actually swarm you. At the very least, another warrior. And a couple of drones, maybe. I really like how they're, if you can't put a threat on the expanding hive, then you shuffle them in sort of stuff. I like that sort of recurring sort of thing. It's not just automatic. If the side scheme is in play, then you take care of the side scheme, which is what it's all about, right? You'll be there to help the queen. But if not, then you shuffle them back in, and then they just do the whole business about recurring and stuff. That's a cool little twist on that, which I really like. But I would very much love to see another warrior in play. And I get the whole thing that Jackson pointed out before, right? With it's, you can, if you use the Predator Hunter, then you get another warrior, right? But what if you don't use the Predator Hunter, right? It's meant to be Aliens versus Predator versus Marvel. I mean, there's the majority of the time you're going to be using a Marvel character, right? You're not necessarily going to always be using the Predator. So, make use of that again. Anyway, but still cool. Trophy taken. Didn't really have a look at this. When revealed, a Predator Warlord is the active villain, discard, upgrade your control. Sweet. Other queen is active villain, discard and upgrade your control. You know what? I would actually. It's called Trophy Taken. I would make it kill an ally. Just straight up, just kill an ally. Kill the ally with the lowest amount of health. Just dead. And then boom. I've taken your skull. Although, to be fair, the picture does have Iron Man's helmet, not Iron Man's skull. So I guess there's that. I don't know. It's fine as it is. I just ignore me. Predator's Prey. When revealed, choose one. Move all threat from villain side scheme to the main scheme. Discard card, so you can't take something. Discard over that card. Great. Everyone with force. Great picture. Discard the highest cost. Upgrade or support your control. Yeah, see? So you've got two things that remove an upgrade or support. Oh, this is an Apex Standard card. So is this. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Seek and Destroy. These are both from Apex Predator. Apex Standard, sorry. So that's why that's in there, because of Caught Off Guard. So that's Caught Off Guard. Seek and Destroy. Insight, Peril. I like Peril. I think it's pretty funny. Search you can take discard pile. It says that area for nemesis being put into play. Ooh, so another way to get your nemesis. So this gets it, and this gets it. Oh, that's actually changed my opinion now. 2 cards that get your nemesis. What? Why has it got Peril? There's no choice. You're not making a choice. You just have to do it. When revealed, search and counter discard partner so for your nemesis put into play. There's no if, buts, or maybes. It's just simple as that. So then what are you going to discuss? Oh, this card sucks. Who cares? I don't understand why Peril's on here. There's no choice here. And 2 cards that both get your nemesis minion. I've actually now changed my opinion. I think this is too hard. This is what I got wrong. This is actually an Alien Predator card. That's what threw me off. Yeah, stuff that up. Yeah, that's too much. 2 different Nemesis Minions cards. Why? If you're playing the Predator and your Nemesis is an alien, a thematic win. If you're not playing the Nemesis, where is the theme of Nebula coming in and causing me strife in the middle of a fight between aliens and predators? She's not a moron. She would help in that situation. She's not psychotic. So yeah, it's just too much. 2 different ways. That's a bit of a bummer. Thermal target, great. I would move the picture slightly across to the left a little bit, just a little bit more, but still great. I love the fact that it's 2 different panels that show the thing. Normal vision, Predator's vision. That's awesome. What it does, great. Alien Assault is if the Predator. I like this double thing. If it's the Predator Warlord is the active villain, then do this. If the Alien Queen's the active villain, then do this. Very tower defense. Phasing through vision. That's a cool picture. Confuse. It's great. Killing ground. Move all threat from the villain whose side scheme has the most threat to the main scheme. If no threat is moved this way, stun and confuse your identity. That's great. Leave one vegetable by those, right? This is awesome. Holy crap, that was scary, dude. When that came out, I was like, what the? Great card. Predation, another great card. Facehuggers, I've already talked about it. Great card. Drones, pretty standard. Praetorian was pretty scary. Warrior was, you know, the whole double thing. Yeah, so they, all in all, a win. Again, I mean, the double villain thing, yep. I guess my only really sort of negatives are I think it's, and again, this is ironic considering that I lost, but it was just, again, very simple to game it, right? So, and I'm not the greatest player in the world, but even I managed to smack the crap out of this dude, keep him on 1, and then just take care of her, because I think she's less scary. Funnily enough, I think she's less scary than this guy. But I could have done it either way. Whatever you decide is the least scariest one. Just get them down as much as you want, and then just see what happens. And then I had, of course, that decision of what happens when they both die at the same time. It's the same sort of problem that the other ones have. It's just, okay, well, if it's determined by... This is why I did what I did with Buffy Season 2, where I made it random. It's as random as it could possibly be with the deck, right? Because it has a very similar multiple villains. One of them is active and the others aren't active type deal, right? And so I just think it's the whole idea of, well, whichever one's the active one is whichever one has got the most threat on it. It just makes it too easy to game it. So, okay, well, in that case, I'll just make sure the other one doesn't have a lot of threat on it. Of course, you're going to be in a situation where you might not be able to do that, but it's going to be pretty rare, especially in multiplayer, right? So there's always that, right? So I was able to game it to make sure that the Queen was always the active villain, and then I basically just took care of business. I don't know how you get around that. Other than the way I did Buffy Season 2. But other than that, I don't really know what else you could possibly do. But I love the theme of it. The theme, the fact that they're fighting each other is great. The whole the stage 1 business about how, well, if it's a tie, you need to do something. They damage each other. I think that's cool. You could possibly make it a little bit more random, though. What are the possibilities of making it random? It's just how much text are you going to put on here, right? You don't want too much text, but maybe it would be, instead of the player choosing, and then again take out the gaminess of it, right? Because I was always going to choose the Alien Queen, right? Because I think make it more along the lines of deal the 2 damage and place third on each scheme. But instead of the player choosing, it's if there's a Xenomorph in play, then the Alien Queen's now the active villain. Or if there's a Predator in play, the Predator Warlord is now the active villain. If no minion is in play, then flip a coin. don't choose. But that is a lot of text. I don't know. I don't know if that works. I mean, if there's a lot of text going on. And my only other real suggestion is put in some more side schemes. Some more side schemes. I would get rid of these ones that actually do good things. I mean, granted, it's got a hazard and an acceleration on it, sure, but when defeated, deal 2 damage to each enemy. Thematically awesome. And again, when defeated, each player draws a card. Shuffle all the minions back into the encounter deck. Why? Yeah. And maybe a couple more that do some more sort of vicious sort of stuff. I'm very intrigued to see where this goes. Always happy to play a SuperTNT product. I mean, he did James Bond. He's the Predator mentioned before. He's just he makes good stuff. He's even made his own Buffy, which is a disgrace because I already had my own Buffy, but I'll let it go because he's a cool dude. But it's great. I'd definitely be interested to see what some tweaks happen, and it's created a lot of buzz in the community. So there's going to be a bunch of people playing it as well. So very interested to see what their feedback is. Could be completely different from mine. Who knows? That's it for this episode. Thank you to Kaj and Jackson for showing up. I hope you're feeling better soon, dude. First time to be able to walk since Sunday night. That's terrible. That is no good at all, bud. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much, SuperTNT, for making this scenario. It's very cool. Always happy to see aliens. And as always, please make sure that you tell the people that you love them as often as you can. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Ciao for now.